Hey Bears. News Fan Report fam, gather round because I've got a bombshell that's shaking the very foundation of the NFC North. So hit that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report right now to stay ahead of every twist and turn. Picture this. A rival franchise, long perched atop the division with swagger and confidence, suddenly finds itself gasping for air. Whispers are spreading through league circles that the Lions' secret sauce just got poached. And this isn't your garden variety staffing shuffle. No. What happened here could rewrite the storyline for Detroit's offense in ways no one saw coming. Could one bold move really send a team that led the NFC North into a tailspin? Is it possible that a coaching departure could be the final nail in the Lions' coffin? Let's set the stage. For years, the Lions rode a high-octane machine that dazzled defenses and put fear into every secondary in the NFL. Their offense was lauded for creativity, surgical play design, and an uncanny ability to strike at will. Who was the mastermind behind those game-breaking formations? Who dissected defenses with such precision that opponents never knew which way the next dagger would fly? We're talking about a coach whose intelligence and attention to detail became the envy of the league, and whose departure might just tip the scales from contender to pretender. Okay, here it comes. His name is Ben Johnson, the offensive genius Detroit fans cheered for and feared in opposing stadiums. Ryan Poles and the Bears swooped in, recognizing raw talent and championship pedigree, and convinced Johnson to swap Honolulu blue for navy and orange. But Detroit insiders are sounding alarms. They say losing Johnson isn't just a setback. It's a catastrophe in slow motion. According to a pro personnel assistant source, Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions, I think if Ben gets this team to 9-8, that will be a solid foundation for him to build on moving forward. Ouch. Could a 9-8 finish really be viewed as progress? To Lions faithful, that's a dagger, and it spells doom for a team accustomed to winning. You know the stories. When a transformative assistant departs, the dominoes fall fast. Remember Vic? Fangio's exit from Chicago back in 2019? The defense collapsed from the league's best to a middling unit almost overnight. Or look at Kyle Shanahan leaving Atlanta. The Falcons stumbled into the abyss, barely scraping into the playoffs before plummeting into irrelevance. Now, the Lions face that same void. John Morton might be the heir apparent, but can he step into Johnson's colossal shoes? Are we about to witness an offense that sputters, stalls, and sneaks into games without the swagger it once flaunted? Here's the kicker. The Lions' offense didn't just hum, it roared. In 2024, they ranked among the top 5 in scoring and total yards, courtesy of Johnson's scheming. He turned rookie mistakes into game-winning plays, flipped field position with trick formations, and instilled an aggressiveness that became trademark Detroit. Could Detroit's line still protect Jared Goff without Johnson's nuanced blocking schemes? Is it possible the play-action fakes that kept linebackers guessing will now fall flat under new leadership? Fans are already wondering if the entire playbook will need a reboot, a risky proposition when continuity breeds success. And let's talk ripple effects. When a coach of Johnson's caliber leaves, it's not just the X's and O's that vanish. It's his voice in the meeting room, his eye for matchup nuances, and his ability to inspire belief. Teammates who thrived under his guidance might feel adrift. Young receivers who saw him as a mentor could struggle to find rhythm in practice. Could the Lions' once electric locker room atmosphere morph into uncertainty and second-guessing? So here's where we stand. Bears News Fan Report crew, the rumor mill is churning. The Lions faithful are biting their nails, and the rest of the NFL is watching to see if Detroit can survive this seismic shakeup. Will they regroup under interim hands? Or is this the beginning of a multi-year slide that hands the NFC North crown to Chicago? We've barely scratched the surface, and the stakes have never been higher. If you're ready to dive into the next chapter of this saga, smash that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report so you never miss our insider insights. Now, imagine Week 1 of the 2025 season. The Bears unveil a playbook shimmering with innovative motions, misdirections, and those game-breaking RPOs that Ben Johnson orchestrated in Detroit. But this time, we get the premiere. Justin Fields, or should I say rookie Caleb Williams, steps into the huddle with newfound confidence, knowing that every snap will be sculpted by Johnson's creativity. Could a simple jet sweep or a mesh zone concept become Chicago's signature heartbeat play? Some coaches around the league believe the Bears might even unleash a handful of jet pass variations designed to create second-level mismatches, each a nod to Johnson's flair for turning simple formations into chaos for the defense. Let's not gloss over the statistical impact. In 2024, Detroit's offense ranked first in explosive plays, gains of 15-plus yards, and inside the 5 efficiency, thanks in large part to Johnson's timing-based schemes. If Chicago replicates even 60% of those numbers, we're looking at a top 10 scoring offense right out of the gate, and the rumor mill suggests that Johnson has already begun tailoring those concepts to fit DJ Moore's route-running prowess and the wheels of rookie tight end Michael Mayer. Could we see a spike in yards after catch from crossing routes disguised as screens? Is it possible that Chicago's red zone success rate skyrockets because defenses won't know whether to drop 8 in coverage or crowd the line against a double-tight set? Of course, transplanting a playbook isn't plug-and-play. Johnson's genius lay in subtle adjustments. The slight shift of a guard, an altered sprint-out path, or a cadence that freezes a linebacker. Will Ryan Poles give Johnson the autonomy to tweak personnel groupings on game day? Some insiders hint that this partnership will extend beyond scheme, involving Johnson in draft board decisions to identify linemen and skill players who thrive in his offense. Could Chicago prioritize versatile tight ends or agile offensive tackles in rounds 2 and 3 simply because they fit the system? There's also the human element. Accountability meetings, Wednesday walkthroughs, and Thursday night. Film sessions are rumored to be more intense under Johnson's watch. One Bears veteran described his first week of OTAs as a master class in preparation, where every detail was scrutinized, from the angle of a receiver's stem to the split-second timing of a pump fake. If that attention to detail translates to fewer holding penalties and better situational football, Chicago's discipline quotient could jump into the top tier of the NFL. Yet, for every upside, there's risk. New schemes can lead to miscommunications, false starts, overthrown RPO reads, or misaligned protections. What if defenses adjust quicker than expected, dissecting Johnson's wrinkles and forcing the Bears into predictable scripts by mid-season? Fans are already pondering whether Fields or Williams will need a mid-year adjustment period as they acclimate to Johnson's rapid-fire play-calling tempo. Could that transition hiccup cost Chicago a handful of early games and put unnecessary pressure on a still-developing roster? Looking beyond 2025, the long-term vision is tantalizing. If Ben Johnson's tenure in Chicago mirrors his impact in Detroit, the Bears could become perennial playoff contenders by marrying elite talent with cutting-edge tactics. When we talk dynasty potential, it's not just about one season. It's about building an identity. Could Chicago emerge as the league's blueprint for marrying young quarterbacks and dynamic coaches under a GM bold enough to steal the blueprint from a rival? But what do you think about all of this? Personally, I'm electrified by the prospect of seeing Johnson's offense take flight in Chicago. I can already feel the buzz of a Soldier Field crowd witnessing trick plays and explosive runs that have been textbook in Detroit. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, and ring the notification bell so you're first in line for our next deep dive. Go Bears!